What's going on, everybody? First video for Strength and Calmness. We put together a video to help explain what it's like to go from the UK or from Europe to the US and play college ball. Hopefully this video will give you guys a bit of an insight, maybe a bit of advice of what you need to do yourself to make that jump and hopefully progress your career to play in the NBA or to play Euro ball. Who knows? So Jamal, take it away.
How's it going, guys? Like Will said, I'm a friend of Will's. My name's Jamal Tahraoui. I'm a kid from Warrington, in the middle of Liverpool and Manchester, from England, that had a dream and managed to get out there to the United States and play college basketball. I was blessed to come out here. That's where I am right now. I just finished up my senior year at a small school in Oklahoma. I finished up my senior year playing college basketball and about to sign a contract to go and play pro in Europe. So I guess we'll see where that goes. Hopefully in the next few months I'll be out in Europe, play at the pro level, which should be fun. I started playing when I was about 12, 13 years old in Warrington, a place called the Ball Hall. For those of you who know it, I know Will knows it, and a couple other guys. But myself and players like Josh McSwiggan, shout out to Josh if he's watching this. We grew up playing there. Josh plays Division I NCAA out on the West Coast, the United States, up in Portland. You know, it was fun. You know, and I think that's where my love really started to grow for basketball. So going from there, playing National League basketball was a step up. But at the time, I look back at it now and I'm like, it really wasn't. It wasn't that high of a level. But for me at the time, because I was so inexperienced, it was huge, you know. So, but to go from there and then playing in university in the UK was another step up. But before that, I played a year pro in Italy, which was great. I played at 3 teams in Italy. I played at a club called U.S.A. Geco Castelpustelengo. I know it's a mouthful. I played for that club, and then I transferred to another team in Rome. So I was originally in Milan, and then I transferred to a team in Rome, and then I played the last 5-6 months there with them. And that team was called SMG Latina Basket, and then I played, coincided with my contract, was a Series C team in Terracina. So that was fun. And then as soon as I finished up there, I came back home and then went to university in the UK because I broke my foot at the time. And then from there, I had a good year, and then found a way to go to the United States. I just thought, you know what, if my friends are all out there, I may as well try myself one last time before I really start and try and start something in the UK. So I played in 11 countries or 12 countries. And the hardest without fail physically is the United States. A lot of people don't realize it until they get out here, but it's so physical. And the people out here are in such good shape from such a young age. I'm working out with a high school team at the moment, and these kids, 13, 14 years old, so strong and fast, and it's crazy. You compare that to what we're doing back home, and it doesn't compare. Back in the UK, we're so many years behind, which is sad. But at the same time, there's so much potential in the UK that we could be good, and maybe that's a career path for myself. As soon as I finish playing basketball, is to help the basketball community in the UK, maybe set up a team or a program or an academy or build a facility or something like that. I feel that would really enhance, the days of basketball ahead of us. But definitely the US is difficult physically. But when I played in Italy, you have to be so mentally intact. You have to be so much smarter and so much ahead of the game, because they're so much smarter than, say, players out here in America, because they're not as gifted physically. They're a lot gifted more mentally. They think their game a lot more. The style of play out in the US is a lot different too. A lot of people think it's yes, it's physical and it's not so much slow. It's run and gun. For those of you who know, they want to get out, they want to shoot, they want to score left, they want to dunk. That's it. And that's just the style of play out here. But for me, I wasn't that type of player to dunk all the time. But I enjoy getting out, running with the team. But you find me on the wing. I cut to the hoop every now and then for a wide open layup. But it wasn't my style of play to just go on and dunk on people. It was my style of play to come off a screen, guy goes under, wide open, knock it down. Or I'm in transition, I'm trailing behind you, drop that off. It's a three. From being in Europe, the NBA range it's normal in Europe. Out here, because it's such a distance between the high school 3-point line and the NBA 3-point line, a lot of players aren't accustomed to shooting that far. But coming from Europe, where the 3-point line is as close to the NBA line as anywhere in the world, it's easier for me to be able to to knock it down from maybe a couple feet behind the 3-point line, the NBA 3-point line, or even the European 3-point line. So I feel like that's where my game entered best into the US, and to their style of play was to find out what my strength is. And my strength is shooting. I shot 47% I think from three in 3 seasons, which is good. I'm not gonna boast, but I shot well from the 3-point line. I think 48 or 49% from 2-point field goal. So to shoot 49% from my career wasn't bad, but that's what I knew was my strength. So for those who are trying to go out to America or go to Europe, or figure out what your thing is and stick to it and master it. Obviously if you're not good at certain things, work on it in your days off and your workouts. But if you're a shooter, shoot. I remember a couple coaches I had in London, a couple friends I had in London, Lake and Papula. If he ever gets a chance to watch this, on Marvin Addy, these guys that shoot the ball, shoot your shot. You miss every shot you don't take. And I took that to heart and thought, you know what, they're right. And that's exactly what I did when I came out to the States, and I guess it worked well for me. So when I'd finished up my year in Italy, I got injured and I came back to the UK and started playing university basketball. It wasn't until the end of that year, or towards the end of that year, where I saw some of my friends signing Division I scholarships at U Albany, for example, from one of my friends, Tahraoui. I think I'll see if you get a chance to watch this. Shout out to you. He motivated me, and I thought, you know what, I can't just give up. There's no way I can just give up and settle, playing university basketball in the UK. And that's no disrespect to basketball in the UK, but it's better in America. It's a fact. Everyone knows that. And I thought, I'll just give it a go. If worst comes to worst, I still have a full scholarship to play basketball in England at university level, and see where that goes. Hopefully I'll be able to sign pro, and I just thought I'd give it a shot. And that wasn't until the when was it, the April, May, June time, and then I got offered these scholarships, the 5 scholarships, and then it was just like tumbleweed. It kept going and going and got bigger and bigger, and then before you knew it, I was flying out in December to join the team in second semester. We came in and got straight to it straight away, and we got to the conference tournament final that year, and we got beat, unfortunately, by a couple points. We should have won. And then the year after, which was last year, we won our first ever conference tournament championship with the team, which was unbelievable. Probably my highest moment as a basketball player in the United States.
Okay.
The name of the school I attended was the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma, which was an NAIA Division I school. And for those of you that don't know what the basketball system like is in the NBA, it goes the NBA at the top, it goes the D League or the G League, as you guys know, then NCAA Division 1, 2, 3, then the NAIA Division 1, Division 2. I don't know if there's a Division 3 for NAIA, but the NAIA Division 1 levels put it right in the middle of NCAA Division 1 and NCAA Division 2, slide right in the middle there, and that's the sort of level we're playing at. We play, there's teams in our conference that are playing against Baylor, Texas A&M, those sort of schools. But I think this year, the past 2 years, we only played against Division II schools like Oklahoma Christian, University of Central Oklahoma, good, relatively good Division I schools. Midwestern State, for those of you guys know, that's one of the best Division II schools. I have a friend who plays out at Ola. I guess, shout out to you if you're watching this. That was the school I actually got offered a scholarship by, but things just didn't work out in the end. But it's a good level. A lot of players don't understand the NAI level, and it's just they don't have the money to become NCAA Division 1, 2, or 3. They don't have the money, the school size, the enrollment. It's all of those things play a part. But no, it was fun. I went to an NAI Division 1 school, won a championship. We should be getting a ring soon. So yeah, I can't say it was a bad 3 years. So the process getting to the United States was, wow, it was long. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was paperwork after paperwork after paperwork. Have this document signed, have that document signed. Go to my old school in London, have everything sent directly from one school to another without me touching it. Then having to receive everything from that school to my school. It was a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And I know it sounds like I didn't enjoy it, because that's not the case at all. But there was a lot. I think I paid a couple $1,000 and US dollars in total just to get my visa sorted, my flights. That was $1,000 alone. There was a lot, and a lot of people don't realize that until they get in the process, or that they get started. I had to pay, like I said, my flights, my visa, my appointments for my visa. Then I had to pay for the train ticket to get down there, the train ticket to get back up from Manchester. And if I'm paying at peak time and I have to get there, 6, 7 a.m. Early in the morning to London, you're paying maybe £100, which is, $150 US or however many euros that is, just to get there, and to get back, it's the same thing. So for those of you who think it's an overnight process just to get to the States, I'm sorry, you're wrong. And you're gonna be in for a rude awakening if that's how you're gonna think. So hopefully, this video might help you guys, or this interview will help you guys. But you have to be prepared, and you have to have every bit of document available, everything possible that you might need, you will need, because it's gonna be. I remember this year I needed something from my old school, 3-4 years ago. They need everything from your high school. Like, don't think those grades that you get in high school are gonna go unseen, because that's not the case. They're gonna be there. People are gonna see it. It's like, you need those good grades. If you go to college in the UK, you have to make sure you get good grades. I was lucky because, I worked hard in school and I did get good grades. That was another reason I got a full scholarship, because I wasn't a liability in the classroom, which is what they focus on a lot in America. You're a student first, then an athlete. In some schools it's not like that, because basketball is so big. If you go to Kentucky or big schools like that, might not be the case. But they're one and done. They're going straight to the league after that 1 year. So really, and they have a lifetime scholarship at that school. So it's a lot different, but you have to make sure you're a good student, and you're obviously a good basketball player at the same time. But you have to be sure that you make the most of the process, working out everything, because the process does take long, but the end result's so good. It's the championship. That's how I saw it. I won a championship, but you have to be prepared, to say the least. Steps as a basketball player. I just signed a couple weeks ago, or maybe about a month ago. I signed with a basketball agency in Spain, Presiona. I signed a contract with those guys, and they will be finding me a professional team within the next few months, up until the next season starts in Europe, which should be around September, October. So I guess you could say I'll be professional within the next few months or few weeks, whether I sign early or late. You know, I have a few business ideas that I want to put in place, but you know, they all require money. So I feel like playing basketball will help so much, because you know, you're getting paid, everything's paid for. You know, your apartment, your food, they may give you a car, you know, a transport, everything's paid for. You know, so that money that's going straight into my pocket. You know, hopefully we'll see what happens. You know, hopefully I'll get a couple businesses or one business set up, and you know, we'll see how it goes, you know, after my first year. So advice to you guys, those young guys looking to go out to the States, advice to you guys, start early. You know, you have to be on your A game from day one, you know, and recruiting, it's a process. Like a lot of players in America, they're recruited from, you know, some of the great players that go into college. Zion Williamson, I know you guys have heard, he's been recruited by Division I school since he was 14 years old. You know, that's the past 4, he just turned 18 and committed to Duke this year. He's been recruited for the past 4 years because he's an absolute freak. Like, this guy's a freak. He can jump out the gym, he can shoot a bit, he can handle the ball, you know. That's the difference in, you know, 14-year-old in the UK and 14-year-old in America. When I was 14, I don't even think I could dunk, you know. So that's the difference in players, is they're so gifted, you know. And people say don't get in the weight room no, get in the weight room, because as soon as you get out here, they're gonna throw you in the weight room, you know. And if you're behind, get in the weight room. If you're behind on the court, get in the gym. You know, you have to live, you have to eat, sleep, breathe, you have to do everything. Something you guys also need to understand is that we as players, when we do get out to America, you're blessed with something called a 24-hour gym, you know. And I know it's like that a lot of schools, you know. I know when I was bored, you know, I'm just gonna go work out. Close security, they'd open up the gym, you know, balls are there, you know, I go straight into the locker room, grab my shoes, jersey, whatever it may be, and I just go work out, stick some music on, go work out. Like, I know we wish we had that in the UK, and we don't. know. Not anywhere that I can think of has, you know, a 24-hour gym, or somewhere that they can access, you know, to at their will, you know, where you don't have to pay. You know, if there's a weight room you want to go to, yeah, there's a weight room open 24 hours in the UK, but that's it. You know, we have everything here in America, like, and that's something I can't stress, is I wish I would have made the most of it, you know. And I used it a lot, don't get me wrong, but it was, you know, I did get tired, and the college basketball lifestyle is not a joke, you know. And those of you that play at the D1 level that do watch this at some point, you know, it's tiring. You know, you wake up, we have 6 a.m. practice, then 6 till 8, maybe 8:30, then you get a shower, go to grab some breakfast from the caf, and then go straight to class. You have class 9 through 12 or 9 till 1. As soon as you get finished with class, maybe you have to go see your advisor till 2, and then you have practice at 3, so you have to get there at 2:15 or 2:30 at the latest to get ready for practice. And then you have practice 3 till maybe 5, and if, you know, you don't have a good practice, you practice at 5:36. Women come on at 6, and as soon as you finish there, you go straight to the weight room. As soon as you finished in the weight room, you know, the cafe's open to 5 till 7. You know, you don't even get to eat, you know, as soon as you finish practice. So you do get out the weight room, you have to wait, maybe you have to go to Walmart and grab some food and cook. But sometimes as soon as we finish practice, we have to go straight over to study hall, you know. So our day's taken up from 6 a.m. all the way through till 10 p.m. You know, like, that's not a joke. Like, a lot of people think it's easy, it's just college, you know, you just play basketball and go to class. No, it's not like that, you know. And that's not pushing you you guys away, or stopping your dreams or stunting your dreams. No, that's not the case. You know, you have to just have the understanding that as soon as you do get out here, it's 24 hours every day, you know, and you're working out all the time. You're in preseason. Our preseason was no joke. You know, we had coach called Hell Week. We had Hell Weeks for either a week or 2 weeks, depending on how in shape we were. And Hell Week his rules were, you have, when I send you a text, you have 10 minutes to get to the gym. No matter where you are, you have 10 minutes to get to the gym and get ready and be on the court. Or say you have 10 minutes to say, he says, meet me at the soccer field. You have to get over there, meet me in the gym, meet me in the weight room, meet me by the pool, meet me by the sand pit, you know, meet me by the track, whatever it was. You had to be there in 10 minutes. you know, and it was just no joke. And it was for 24 hours a day for the whole week, from Sunday to Sunday. You know, coach, that's just how he was, you know, and we got in shape, no doubt, but he'll text us at 3 a.m, meet us over by the pool. We'd have to be there, you know. Then we go to class and stuff, but your phone had to be on at all times. If you missed it, you had punishment. You know, we carried on without you. You didn't play the first couple games, whatever it was his decision. So that's what I'm trying to prep you guys for. That's my advice, is do whatever you have to do now. You know, if you're 15 years old, 16 years old looking at this, you have honestly 2 years until you have to go to college. Start now, get in the weight room now. You get on a jump program now, whatever it is, do it now. Don't wait. You know, I wish I did that. You know, I used to be athletic, but you know, things change over time. You know, now I'm a great shooter. That's my thing. You know, I can play inside, I'm versatile. So for those of you, you know, that aren't athletic, you know, find something that, you know, you can master. Whether you're a great ball handler, or whether you're a great shooter, or whether you're a great rebounder, become more athletic. You know, you need to be strong as well. You know, get in the weight room, and even if you don't have the access to a weight room, hundreds of push-ups, hundreds of crunches, pull-ups, everything. Do everything you can. So if you can lift your own body weight, getting in the weight room, you should be okay. You know, and it takes time. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and you have to. It's an investment in your body. You know, I'm still doing it now to become a pro. You know, I'm not there yet. You know, I don't think anyone's ever there yet. Kobe said that he wasn't there yet. You know, every time he reached something, he wanted to go higher. MJ was the same. LeBron's the same. You know, Steph Curry's the same. You know, all the greats do it. You know, if you want to become better, become great. You know, if you want to become great, you want to be the greatest. You know, it's that cycle. So, you know, my advice is to just start now, and, you know, don't wait. You know, you're going to leave people behind. That's okay. You know, life's a journey, it's not a destination. So just keep working hard. You know, if anyone ever has any, you know, questions or anything, or they've watched this and want advice or help, just, you know, shoot me a DM or a message or whatever it may be on my social media, on my Facebook. My Facebook's just Jamal Tahraoui. I'll ask you to put my links at the bottom of this, or wherever, or on the blog, or, you know, and that's my Facebook is Jamal Tahraoui, and my Instagram is _Jamal Tahraoui. So if you guys have any questions or any messages you want to send me privately, you know, go ahead and shoot them away. But I appreciate you guys, and, you know, listening to this and taking your time out of your day. So I appreciate it, guys.